morning, everyone. So I'm Sébastien Michea from Opencell, and we'd like to show you how to add billing capabilities to this telecom environment. Either it is offline or online charging. So Opencell, just in brief, it's a provider of open source convergent billing. Opencell company leads the product development and provides support and professional services. The company was created recently in March 2015, but the product has been developed since 2007 with references in telco, utilities, retail. Its community edition is AGPL v3 license, and there is no difference between the source code of community and enterprise edition. But the enterprise edition, on top of support and professional services, you have a commercial license that allow you to close your source of your plugins and add-ons. And Opencell has been financed recently by VC and business angels, and also by public funding. So Opencell is a full billing, including mediation. So we do things like deduplication, aggregation, guiding, and you can customize this mediation. We will hopefully see that using your own code. We do pricing and charging, rating, charging on the correct wallet or correct subscription, and we have flexibility to do commissioning, discounts, etc. Then we have the billing and invoicing module, and the invoice are produced in the data store. They can also produce in XML files and even generate PDF. And we also have an account receivable module where you do all the cash collection, register payments, do the matching between invoices and payments. You can automate also the payments using SEPA. And then there is a possibility to define your dunning plans. And we have also reportings. So as an input, because generally you can use Opencell as a black box and just use API for input and output. So we have SOAP and REST API for provisioning, for defining your catalog, your accounts. You can also do that by XML imports. You can create your subscription, terminate your subscription. Then we also have, and I will show you, the diameter interface for real-time charging, so that's the RO interface. And we have also a possibility to upload CDR files or download your invoices by FTP. And we have a generic HTTP interface for incoming webhook that allow you to use Opencell as an endpoint for any external system that has API. And those incoming webhook could trigger any script and any notification. Then as an output, we produce CDRs when you use Opencell as an IN. And we produce invoice, XML, PDF. We can throw any email notification on any kind of event. And also, we will use that when we integrate with Clearwater. We have webhooks. So, for instance, when a user account is created, you can call an external API to do the provisioning in an external system. And then we have reports, typically accounting reports that you will import in your general ledger. And finally, we have also connectors for all the systems, like Salesforce connector. We are working also on Microsoft Dynamics connector and vTiger connector, Sugar CRM connector. And we have easy way to create self-care using WordPress plugins. So the first scenario is integrating Opencell with Clearwater in order to do offline charging. So it's a postpaid case where using Juju, we deploy Opencell and Clearwater and make a link between the two. Then using the API, so using SOAP UI, we create accounts, subscription, and numbers. And this will trigger webhooks that will do the provisioning inside Clearwater. Then using SIP phone, you do SIP call. Clearwater produce CDRs. And then we have a mediation job, a custom mediation job, that will pull those CDRs, parse them, and will produce the transaction that will be rated by a rating job using a price plan. Those are gathered, and eventually you perform an invoicing jump that produces your invoice. Okay, so here is my screen. So let's see. Here, I would like to create my customer, so I go to SOAP UI, and I run the scripts that populate the customers. And now if I go to customers or user accounts, I see that one has been created, and it already has a recurring fee. Now I can process the mediation, and for this I need to give a call. So I would use Zoiper SIP phone.
Yeah, and Zoiper here somewhere. Is Mira here? And Joachim? Zoiper team? Yeah, we managed to get your name check in, Zoiper.
Just make it fast. Then now it's inside Clearwater. So I need to get the CDRs, and this, I have a job that we define that by FTP will go and retrieve the XML file of the CDR. It is run every 5 seconds. So if I go and check in the file explorer, in the mediation input, I have some CDRs already. And then I will run the jobs for rating. So first, sorry, for the mediation. So when you define mediation, in fact, you can just online define the mapping of your CDR files. Here it's an XML file. So we use Bean.io to perform the mapping. And then this will be executed now. Then I run the rating. And now if I go back to my user account, I should see that I have my calls. So once we have the calls in rated transaction, when we can perform the invoicing. So I can run everything in GUI, but I can also run it from API. So whatever you do in GUI, you can also do in API. So here I run the invoicing, producing the XML, and producing the PDF. So if I go back here in the billing account, I have one invoice that has been generated. It's not yet done for the PDF, but you can already see the invoice in XML and also, I mean, in HTML and also the XML. So more or less, you're done for the offline charging.
Excellent. So in summary, what we've seen there is near real-time billing used on the IMS in the cloud, but being performed by an open source billing engine, which is great. Now we're going to flip back to the... Oh, have you not finished? Oh,
sorry.
Oh, sorry, but you have to be quick, Sebastian.
Okay, so I wanted to show a complex offering where you share a plan and you have both prepaid and postpaid mix. And the near real-time prepaid you can do because you have notifications. So when you're on a low balance, we can send a message to Clearwater to terminate the line or suspend the line. So this is near real-time charging. But we can do also the scenario 3. We can do real-time charging. So in this example, we integrate with Telestack's SMSC and TruePhone platform. So when an SMS is sent, it arrives to the SMSC, and then there is a diameter command sent to Opencell. And then in real time, we will perform the mediation rating charging, but just in memory. And if we have sufficient credit, then we send the response and allow the SMS to be sent. If there is not enough credit, then we refuse SMS to be sent. So for this, here is SMSC. We have to activate charging on the, it's done? Okay, fine. So me, I have to maybe, so an SMS, Andy will send an SMS using his phone to the simulators that are registered. So I just need to check my simulator. Okay. So now I go back to the other instance of Opencell. I will check inside. So we have a subscription that has a, we did a subscription on a prepaid offer, and we register the phone number of Andy here, and in the user account, whoops. In the user account, we have a prepaid wallet, and we see here that you sent an SMS at, well, just few seconds ago. So it decreases the credit, it decreases the balance, and if you continue sending SMS, then you will be blocked. You can continue to send some, but wait, you have a lot of credit, and you have 65 euros. So since now the price plan is just 10 cents per SMS, it's a lot. But I can change the price plan, but maybe.
But you don't have time, Sébastien. Are you sure you finished now? Because I almost cut off your best bit there, because that was actually quite good. That's clever.
So just, well, just one word. How we managed to do things like this? I mean, I remember we seen a tier 1 telco, and he said, "But what you show here is an IN." I said, "Well, yes, but in fact, it's just because we coded less than 0.3% of the entire system. We rely on the full open source software, and they bring things that are incredible, and we could not do, like InfiniSpan, the data grid, which is distributed data grid that allow us to do high availability, scalability. We rely on, of course, on Java and JBoss, and then on Ubuntu, and all this, it's a lot of code. So that's why we managed to do.
So the word is standing on the shoulders of giants.
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, thank you, Sébastien.